Okay, that ending. Last two episodes, the endings have been amazing. Like every time the episode ends, I'm like, I can't wait for the next week because this shit just keeps on getting better and better each week. And to begin with this episode, let's go through the parts of this episode. Basically, at the start, everybody enters the tomb of Nazareth like arrogantly, and they pretty much are ignorant of any kind of threat. And as soon as they see like level 1 skeletons and everything, and they're like, yeah, this tomb, it's not a big deal, we can deal with this tomb. But the moment they get separated, oh yeah. Oh, this is like I already knew this was gonna happen. Like, come on, you're going into Ainz's area, Ainz Ooal Gown, and this man is he's on a completely different level. I mean, let's just look at his mates. Like, his mates are capable of one-shotting you. Like, that's how strong they are. So you know you have screwed up big time as soon as you enter such a area where you can simply get one-shotted by anyone. And really to see the old man, like how he was using trickery and then he got tricked himself. Oh, like that was a funny moment for me because I was like, yo, you just tricked yourself because you thought you were tricking them and you were gonna wait out until they clear up the dungeon and then you just tricked yourself out. So it's just funny for me to see how they how they got tricked themselves by the by Ainz and crew. So that was funny for me, and then plus uh this oh I listen, I was alright with the cockroach scene, alright, like all the bugs getting inside the dwarf. Like I was alright with that scene. That wasn't a big deal for me because I've seen gross stuff. But the scene right next after, where neuronalist or something like that. I don't even know it's a he or she, but whoa, like, ew, like that got me like, excuse me, like, listen, man, if that that ugly blob creature was in front of me, I would have had the same expression as the blonde guy who was tied up. Like I would have had the same expression. I would have been like, no, no, like get away from me. Like this isn't right. Like what are you trying to do to me? And do especially when he or she, whatever. Let me know if that's a he or she because I'm not sure at all. So I'm just gonna call it a it. So like it just basically is the person who's in the torture chamber, who's using the torture chamber. I was like, whoa, I think so. I rather die by I rather die by the death of cockroach rather than right or rather than going through your like no. I rather die with like that rather than dying like this. Like that is bad. So it was quite a thing to see those certain scenes in this episode, especially Hammond's fat. That was pretty damn good. Like Hammond's has improved quite a lot, and just to see how he just takes off, chops off, what's his name? I forgot, but it chops off the swordsman's hands, and then just is like, yeah, you know what? I can't let anybody suffer anymore. Like I don't, I like people getting feeling suffer or pain. So I'm just gonna chop off your head, like just like that, like you just like that's a funny one. Like I'm like, yo. Listen, I don't care if you guys were like, "Whoa, that's brutal," alright? Like, I found the deaths funny in this episode, to be honest. Like, all the deaths for me were kind of funny, but just because of how the situation played out to be. Now, maybe the next episode may be different for me because it's obviously the main cast or the main focus of this arc, and basically that's they're gonna fight up against Ainz. So that kinda, I think so. That's the most lenient. That's the most lenient that you would get right now because I don't. As much as I know, Ainz's character, even though he's somebody who would kill someone, I think so. He would give the most lenient death out of all of them, like all of these people that are that are in Tomb of Nazareth. Now, if that's not the case, that we'll know about that in the next episode. But like I said, Ainz is one who will give you the most lenient death out of all of the Tomb of Nazareth. Like I'm I'm low key not even kidding. Like that would be the most lenient death of out of all Tomb of Nazareth. Now, I I I also would talk about how this episode it was I don't know about this episode. Like it just has a story perspective, it's intriguing, but I didn't feel the same story perspective as the previous episodes. That's just my thoughts though. Listen, it was good, but as from a story perspective, I didn't feel that much of like thought process put into it. Just my thoughts on that. Like, just my thoughts. Just saying that's just my thoughts. Don't go rampaging. Oh, you do like what do you do like it and think? It's just I felt like that. I didn't feel the same feel that I was getting in the last few episodes. That was probably because of the world building. Like, so much of world building in the first 6 episodes that there was, and most probably that's the reason why I felt like the episode which more was not the feel that I was getting. So the first 6 episodes was a lot of world building, action, but it wasn't as much as this episode, which is completely action packed. So I wouldn't get the feel as the whole season as this whole season was. And I got some kind of feel from this episode. So yeah, that was just something that I felt from this episode. Again, that's just my thoughts. You guys can have a different thought. You guys can have, yeah, you can say that this was some kind of feel like season one Overlord. That's something that I would agree with. Yeah, that's something I felt like the previous 6 episodes was more of a world building, which was more like a season two Overlord, which is season two. There was a lot of world building in Overlord. So yeah, there we go. Um, so let me know what you think about this episode of Overlord season 3. Let me know what you think is gonna happen in the next episode, through what your prediction is. Through what I see, mostly everybody's gonna die. If anybody survives, anybody survives. But I see everyone die because Ainz's order is to kill everyone. So I see everyone die. That's just how I see. I uh, I don't see anyone surviving. I wished I wish that Archer survives. Like I really wish, but I don't see that happening by what I says in this episode. So yeah, I guess I guess we can just wait and see what happens in the next episode. So yeah, let me know what you think about this episode. Let me know what you think about all the deaths in this episode. Which one the grossest, because there was some gross deaths in this episode. So yeah, let me know about that too, and I'll see you next video. As always, peace.